Hey everyone, it's Aaron Hughes from FuDog Group. As you can see, I am back in my office from being away for 3.5 weeks. It was an amazing time of travel and fun and kind of work-related events, and also kind of like a little bit of vacation and lake time with some friends. So I had an amazing time. I'm so glad to be back though. Today I've been kind of like looking over my agenda for today and the week and next month, kind of making plans, dialing in and solidifying some appointments that I've got for this week, just making sure that I show up on time to them. And I want to talk about a call that I just had with a FuDog Group member, and there's some insight on this call that I want to share with you because I think you'll find it valuable too. So I am a big dreamer, and I love like making big, like splashy, challenging goals. And I always love hanging around with other people who are that way too. And maybe you're like that as well. Like you just love creating big goals and then striving to get those goals, which is great. And I was on a call just a few minutes ago with a FuDog Group member, and they also have these big personal and professional goals that they're trying to achieve. And we were chatting about how we can increase the likelihood that they would achieve them. And then while we were talking, we kind of stumbled over this insight that just made a lot of sense. It really clicked. And I thought, okay, I got to share this with everyone. So this person, they have all these personal and professional goals that they're working toward. And as they're listing them, they want to do this, they want to achieve that, they want to, hit this goal and so on. They're listing their goals. And I know this person fairly well, and I realized, okay, you want this goal, but will you be able to achieve it because of this constraint? And you want this goal, but will you be able to achieve it because of this constraint? As we looked at all their goals, we realized that there were constraints holding them back from achieving their goals. And I think we're all facing this as well in life. In general, we set lots of goals, we work toward those goals, but what we don't realize or think about are the constraints that will prevent us from achieving those goals. It's like you got a garden hose, and your goal is to get even more water of the garden hose, so you kind of turn on the faucet a little bit more to make it happen, but you never fix like that, the restriction or the kink or whatever in the hose. And so no, you don't get more water out of the hose, even though you're kind of turning up the amount of water that's flowing through at the faucet. So same idea with your goals. You have these goals, you want to get even more whatever, achieve something higher, but you're not addressing the constraints. I know that about myself. And this call that I had with this FuDog Group member today helped reveal that. So what did we do? As we were listing their goals, we were listing the constraints. We ended up with a list of constraints, like what are the things that might keep them from achieving those goals. And then we're looking at the constraints, we group them together, and we're like, okay, well, this isn't really a thing. This one we think is a constraint, but it's not really. This constraint's addressed, by this thing. We ended up with really like 4 constraints, maybe 3 constraints overall that would affect their ability to achieve all their goals. And of those constraints, then we just prioritize them of like which ones are really going to stop you versus which ones are just like they're going to hinder you, but you can push through them. And then when we found like the number 1 constraint that will keep them from achieving their goals, then we built a plan basically to eliminate the restraint. So at the end of the call, this member ended up with not just a list of things they have to do to achieve their goals, but also a list of things they have to do to remove the constraint that will keep them from achieving their goals. And I think that's a great thing for all of us to think about. It's so easy to set goals. I think we all love goals. I love setting big goals, but we need to also consider what are the things that are holding us back that might keep us from achieving those goals, and then address those constraints. And then when you address those constraints, then all the things that you're doing toward the goal will just work that much more effectively, help you achieve your goals more effectively. So I'm sure you have goals. Take a look at those goals, but then also take an honest look at the constraints that you might be facing that will keep you from those goals, and work on addressing those. All right, everyone, that's a little bit of homework for you for the day. I hope you're having an amazing day. I hope you're going to have an amazing week. And we'll talk to you on another video tomorrow.